believe we can hear the answer to the question. It's me, T to the C, and welcome to the Fast Break on this Martin Luther King Jr. Monday holiday. I'm hanging out in Birmingham, Alabama, a very important place in the civil rights movement as we got to celebrate that spirit today. But we're going to start things off in the MEAC. Wally Pitt, he's in Orangeburg, South Carolina. He has Howard and South Carolina State. Wally.
Thanks, TC. Yes, the go-go came down to the Garden City. I'm in Orangeburg, South Carolina, where we had an overtime matchup between South Carolina State and Howard. A great contest. My layup line dunk contest off the chain this week. This might be the best one I've ever done. I'm going to shut up and stop talking. HBCU Game Day. Let's get into these highlights. It's showtime Saturday in the MEAC, and Howard made the 8+ hour drive south for a tough road test against South Carolina State. We had two of the biggest stars in the Mid-East shining bright. South Carolina State has the big dog protecting their yard, Damani Applewhite, 17.5 points per game, 7 rebounds, and 0 reasons to come at this dude sideways. I mean, that's a whole grown man down there on the block for the Bulldogs. The Bison are led by RJ Cole, the leading scorer in the MEAC with 20.6 points per game. He also drops about 6 dimes every time he touches the court. My man RJ don't play and will cook you like a turkey on Thanksgiving. This one ended up going wire to wire and then some. But before we get into all that, no cap, these boys blessed me with the illest layup line dunk contest of the year thus far, and we about to get these dunks off, bruh. South Carolina State's David Bottenberg hits us with a rock the cradle reverse and a drop step windmill. We got Howard CJ Williams about to hit his head on the rim with this backwards lob. And I couldn't decide whose windmill was doper, so y'all gonna have to help me out with this one. Was it South Carolina State's Damani Applewhite or Howard's Chad Lott? And tonight's winner and officially the best dunker in the MEAC until somebody shows me something different is Howard's Raymond Bethea Jr. My man did a windmill off the jog, I see you, hammer time off the glass, dope, casual tween the legs East Bay funk, crazy. And the mere fact that he tried this and almost put it down, you got it, bro. Here go your crown. You are officially the layup line dunk champ until further notice. Now let's get into this action. Early in the first half, Chad Lott thought the dunk contest was just about to keep going, but Ian Kennard let him know real quick that was over with a mean rejection. Lott with some immediate get back though. He pokes the ball away from Kennard. Akwuvo Ogunyole gets the steal, finds Chad Lott, who immediately finds Akwuvo with a no-look pass. Teamwork making the dream work for Howard in the first half. Akwuvo gets another steal, gets it to his point guard RJ Cole, who takes it all the way to the cup with the Melody from Heaven floater raining down for 2. The Bulldogs biting back though. Janai Rayner-Powell misses the layup, but Damani Applewhite got his back with the tip in. On this play, I was trying to figure out if that was an official Howard colorway on RJ Cole's Kyrie's when he pulled up from 3. RJ Cole and Damani Applewhite put on a show in the first half. Somebody done left the back gate open and Damani Applewhite goes up and throws it down for the big boy alley-oop. Now this is what you call a swish. RJ Cole, he hardish. Splash King Cole with another pull-up 3. And Damani Applewhite is strong. Watch him get the board in traffic, go straight up through contact for the big-time bucket. Later, he gets another grown man basket. This one is an and one that had his headband looking like Slick Watts. Youngins, pause this video and go Google Slick Watts real quick for me one time. Applewhite had 13 points and 6 rebounds in the first half. RJ Cole gave us 10 in the first, including this nice little drive to the rack. And to top off an exciting first half, RJ Cole with what looks like a push-off to Bulldog coach Murray Garvin. Cole finds Chad Lott, who pulls up from the elbow at the buzzer. Splash. Lott tries to sprint to the locker room, but yeah, bruh, it's the other way. Howard up 32-27 after the first half. Now, Howard came out of their locker room for the second half in fuego. Here we got Cole in the triple threat. He pulls up and sticks the 3. Then RJ finds Chad Lott in the corner with his toe on the line for the long 2. Cole to Lott again. This time he channels his inner Kalen Newton with a long pass down court, and Chad Lott, just like the layup line, cocks it back and puts it down. And the Bison are up 12 with 16 minutes left to play. Lott, still hot, crossing, driving, hitting, pointing at South Carolina State fans. Chad Lott had a big day. He finished the game with 19 points, and this jam from the Frenchman Andre Touré gave Howard their largest lead of the game at 15, but somebody messed around and let them dogs loose, and South Carolina State starts to take over. Janai Rayner-Powell scores this one from beyond the arc, as does Jamari Etienne. Armani Hill takes it old school with the sky hook, and just like that, Howard's lead is back down to 5. Number 0 in white, LeVar Harewood, takes it to the basket. The call is a charge, and Ayo Bulldog, tell him why you mad, son.
That's a bad call.
Bison now up 3 with under 2 minutes left to play. RJ Cole pulls up from 3. He misses. Damani Applewhite crashes the boards, gets fouled, goes to the line. He hits them both, and South Carolina State is down only 1 point. The Bulldogs playing some tough pressure defense in the backcourt. They manage to force a turnover. They get the ball back looking for the go-ahead bucket. Rayner-Powell's shot is blocked by Chad Lott. Lott runs the floor and finds RJ Cole for the lay. Bison back up 3 with under a minute left in the ball game. No time to catch your breath in this one. South Carolina State's Jamari Etienne looking to tie it up from 3. He misses off the back iron, and Damani Applewhite with another big rebound, another strong move to the basket where he scores, gets fouled, and he has a chance to tie it up from the line. Yes, sir, my Bulldog brother, that is in fact how you do it. Applewhite with 1 free throw from the line to try to tie up the ball game. He hits it. No timeouts needed from Howard. Chad Lott takes the ball up the court. He dribbles off some clock, almost loses the rock but gets it back, takes it to the elbow, pulls up, and misses. Applewhite snags the board. South Carolina State elects to keep it pushing with no timeouts either. Rayner-Powell with a chance to win it. He stops, he pops at the buzzer, and the ball rims in and out. We are going to overtime in Orangeburg, tied at 57 apiece, which is cause for celebration, and my bro hit the running man and the pop lock on him. The extra period was all Bison. RJ Cole gets it going with a dagger 3 over Rayner-Powell. Then he moves on to the corner with this Harden-esque fadeaway. Next, Chad Lott, he gets a fadeaway for himself. Howard locks up on D, hits their free throws, and heads back up north with a hard-fought 71-67 win. And in the locker room after the game, the coaches applauded their Road Warriors on a great team win and dropped what I think is my new favorite breakdown slogan: sprinkles are for winners.
We won this thing collectively. Everybody, Jaden with some big minutes, Chad. Everybody, Youngin came in, made some big shot. You know, it was a big thing.
Road Warriors. You can't always have a prescription for it. We're always going to win every home game, but we're going to win every one on the road. As long as we learn what success is, we're going to be successful when we get to the MEAC tournament where it matters. Great job. We Road Warriors, fellas. Sir. Sir. Sprinkles up for winners.
Sprinkles on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Sprinkles.
Our goal was to keep under 60 points. We kept them under 60 in regulation, but unfortunately, for whatever reason, 4 of our last 5 possessions was offensive fouls, or I think they called a carry a couple times. So we just didn't maximize our last possessions. We got to do a bit better job down the stretch, but the guys pulled it out. We had a lot of close games this year, a lot of close games, and it showed some moxie for these guys to put us out today. 35 is a monster, and then we had to try to take him out. We did a good job of trying to contain him as much as we possibly could. But when you drive 8.5 hours, it's a long trip back if you lose this. We played some close games at home, and unfortunately we haven't won them, but we've been able to win on the road. I think this is our 3rd straight road victory. And like you said, we don't get them at home, we gotta get them on the road, and this means a lot. South Carolina State is one of those games you got to put on the schedule. You got to come out, you got to compete on the road. It's gonna be a raucous crowd. You got to come play at South Carolina State.
Within the season, we've been here before, and so we had a hard time closing out games in the beginning of the season, and still now a little bit. And so I feel like we were a lot more calm, we were a lot more patient within the game, and we just kind of let it come to us. This is a great team, and the fact that we could get it on road means even more. And so it's just coming out every game, trying to be aggressive, trying to attack whichever team we're playing that given night, and trying to fight for a win.
To keep us all calm down, we all just stayed calm as a collective, and I kept my teammates calm. I kept talking to everybody just to make sure they knew that, we're not worried right now. We just keep playing and keep getting the right shots and play defense, and it's all gonna work out for us. Once our teammates started doubling me, I just let Chad bring the ball up, and I would just be the secondary ball handler and just go up the court, because I trust my guys, and I trust that Chad will bring the ball up and get it in any way. He'll still get it to me in the half court or in our offense, and that's all I had. I had confidence in all of our guys today. We just take it one game at a time, and especially for the MEAC, because the MEAC is gritty, it's tough. So for us, we just take it one game at a time, and we try to come out every day with a win, play as hard as we can.
A big overtime win and a long drive home set Howard up for today's MLK Day showdown with Harvard. And I talked to the Bison about what it means to them to be in a showcase game on such a historic day.
We have a lot of time to think about on the bus ride back. We just got to get it going again. It's like the MEAC tournament. You got to play every day. So these guys, we're going to play hard. We're going to play together. And hopefully the outcome will be what we want on Monday.
I mean, going to Howard, being at Howard University, it's the black culture there means a lot. And so the fact that we get to play a school like Harvard on MLK Day means a lot. And we're hoping everybody comes out and support us, and we're going to try to play as hard as we can for them.
We just going to go out there. For us, it's Howard versus Harvard, especially MLK Day. That just makes it even better, the legacy right there. But against the two teams, against Harvard, we're going to go out there and play our hardest and try to come out with a win.
HBCU Gameday Fastbreak. I'm here with a Super Bulldog fan. What's your name?
Sonia Summers.
Okay, and
class of 87.
See, I shouldn't have cut you off before I let you say your class.
Die Hard State Club, the official booster club for South Carolina State athletics.
And why is South Carolina State important to you?
Oh, it's my heart. It's my world. I would not be the person I am without South Carolina State, and I appreciate it, and it's my purpose as I'm on this soul to give back to my university.
And it's special that you say that, because we're HBCU Game Day, and that's our purpose, is to give back. Amen. And show love to these HBCUs and show there ain't nothing secondary about HBCU.
Exactly.
And as we can see, the Booster Club is here. Y'all saw the action today was, I mean, you can't really beat this type of action. Well, South, what you look like on the basketball court? What you think for your guys? A tough loss, but man, y'all got a good team.
Yes, we do. We just have to have that collaboration together with the coaching and the plays and the players. We got the players, but as soon as we connect, it's off the chain. And let me speak about the women team. Oh my goodness, they awesome. Give them this year or next year, we're gonna be a threat all the time in the MEAC.
Speaking of those Lady Bulldogs, you can't call this one a girls' game because it was grown women only in Oberg on Saturday. We had a physical back and forth contest where both squads had some double trouble action going on. Howard's Chrislyn Marsh went for 16 points and 8 assists, straight up beasting on the block all day. Her running mate, Ayanna Williams, was on her Dawn Staley with this cross and dish move. She went for 15 points and 5 steals on the afternoon. The tag team of Rain Beeman and Kamani Jenkins was out there getting buckets for the Bulldogs on the other end of the court. Beeman dropped 16, including this sweet coast-to-coast lay-in. Jenkins gives Howard 15 points of her own. She was taking Bison to the rack, hitting threes in people's eyes. She did it from all over and with some swag too, I must add. This one was tied at 57 all in the fourth until the Lady Bulldogs went on a 15-6 run to close out the game. South Carolina State takes home the 72-63 win, and they turned up a little something on the court after the dub. So that's the word down here in Oberg. I'm going to swing the rock up to SJG. He's in Greensboro checking out A&T versus Morgan State, Club Corbett. I saw Tarik Cohen was in the house. You know how we do HBCU Game Day Fast Break. SJG, take it over.
What's going on, everybody? HBCU Game Day here at Corbett Center. North Carolina A&T taking on Morgan State University in a MEAC matchup. North Carolina A&T came into the game tied for the MEAC lead with Norfolk State and North Carolina Central. And Morgan State came in the game trying to get their face back after a couple early losses and build off the momentum of a win over Howard. It was a hard-fought game from start to finish. Start is pretty slow. It was actually pretty ugly early on. Neither team could really find an offensive rhythm. They kind of patched things up as it went along, but North Carolina A&T was able to make some timely baskets in the second half, weather a storm as Coppin State did take a slight lead early in the game. But overall, North Carolina A&T was able to weather the storm, pull out the win, and the game really was clinched on a big-time bucket by Cam Langley, the sophomore from Greensboro, driving the lane, hit a tough two, and gave A&T some breathing room late. Morgan State just could not respond, and so there you have it. So now North Carolina A&T is 4-0 in the MEAC.
It's a good sign. When you can win games like this, that says a lot about your team, okay? Your team's DNA, and we were very fortunate to win tonight.
A&T took advantage of their MEAC rivals in Baltimore. North Carolina Central could not say the same. They hosted a Coppin State team that started the season 0-15 and didn't win their first game until early in January against Savannah State. But they came into Durham, got the win, and now North Carolina A&T has to face a team that's starting to gain confidence.
Well, we have a short turnaround, right? Juan Dixon definitely knows what he's doing, okay? And, it takes a lot of grit from a team, all right? And, you talk about being mentally tough. To come in conference play, 0-15, right? And now, hell, they beat Central at Central, okay? Hey, we just got to get ready to go, because they're definitely coming in here to beat us, no question about it. And, we have to play much better on Monday. We can't continue to play this bad offensively, but I thought we kind of pressed early, and it got us in trouble when the shots didn't fall.
With Tarik Cohen, all-pro running back from North Carolina A&T, now the Chicago Bears. Talk about what it's like to come home and get all this love, man. Have a whole line of people out here waiting for you.
It's great. It's always feel good to come back and just get that love that they once had when I played here. It's good to see they still have the same love for me. Right.
And talk about your season this year, second year. New coach, you guys went out to new heights. Just talk about what was working for you guys and why you were able to have such a great season.
We had a new coach coming in. We didn't win any division games last year, so we sort of rode that underdog wave this year. We felt disrespected at every game that we played this year, and it showed our mentality on the field, and we had a good season.
Right, and then this is year 2 for you. So you got BP, you got McCray, and you got DJ coming up next. You guys got a pro factory out here. You think scouts are taking a look at A&T even more now that you guys have had that success?
Oh yeah, definitely. When any guy from black college team can go in and produce whatever school they went to, they're gonna be more respected in the next years to come. So I feel like hopefully Bam gets the nod of approval, and he has a good turnout this offseason.
Last question: you're ready to go out to the Pro Bowl. What are you anticipating about the experience? What have you heard about that experience, and just what's it like to actually go from a guy who was underrated, won scholarship, to a guy who's in the Pro Bowl?
It's great. I really haven't sat down and thought about it yet. About the journey, because I feel like it's not over yet. So not gonna look back and reflect too soon. But I'm looking forward to showing my family Orlando, showing them Disney World, some place we've never been. So just to make that memory together, and then to finally reach a milestone in my career is also great.
My man SJG coming to you from Greensboro Club Corbett. So the MEAC, anybody can win any given day. Ain't no favors in this conference. So let's check out the rest of the scores from Saturday. Coppin State gets the upset over NCCU 64-60. North Carolina A&T squeezes by Morgan State 57-53. Maryland Eastern Shore beats FAMU 60-58. Norfolk over Savannah 82-76. Bethune-Cookman blows out Dale State 69-49. Over on the ladies' side, Dale State beats Bethune-Cookman 67-55. Maryland Eastern Shore puts it on FAMU 68-36. The NCCU ladies get a win 62-57 over Coppin State. The Lady Aggies put it down on Morgan State 62-29. And Norfolk State beats Savannah State 78-42. On to the CIAA men's action from Saturday. Winston-Salem State beats St. Aug 63-57. Lincoln gets a close win over Bowie 78-73. Fayetteville State puts it on Johnson C. Smith 85-62. Livingstone beats Claflin 79-69. Shout out to Roger Ray for joining the 1,000-point club. Chowan beats Elizabeth City State 64-55. Shaw beats Bluefield State 97-68. And Virginia State beats Virginia Union 88-73. On to the women's side. Winston-Salem State beating St. Aug's 71-49. Lincoln breaks Bowie's win streak 66-61. Claflin beats Livingstone 66-59. JCSU with another close victory over Fayetteville State 65-63. Elizabeth City State beats Chowan 58-47. And Virginia Union beats Virginia State 73-49.
So there we have it. All the scores from Saturday from the CIAA, the MEAC. I'm going to kick it back all the way down to Alabama, and Tolly Carr's got a little something special for you. Let's check it out.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. We appreciate that action from you, and I understand South Carolina State even fed Wally. Way to go, Bulldogs. You lost the game, but you won our hearts. Hey, really quick, a special message that we want to share. Of course, we cover sports all the time. We cover culture all the time, but there's another special thing we do at HBCU Game Day, and that involves education. And with your support at hbcugameday.com/donate, we can do even more.
By supporting HBCU Game Day, you're supporting education. We have a training program for HBCU students and graduates that we maintain all year long. These people come to us with a passion for media and HBCUs, and we give them the training and, more importantly, the opportunity to succeed. The next big star might come through our doors one day, and your support can help launch their career. For an opportunity to give, go to hbcugameday.com/donate.
Thanks a lot for any consideration that you give to us when it comes to donating at HBCU Game Day. Let's get back to the action now here in the SWAC. Alabama State, Alabama A&M, the biggest rivalry for HBCUs in the state of Alabama.
What is this? Meeting in the ladies' room? No, it's just Alabama State and Alabama A&M doing what rivals do. For the Bulldogs, Trey Todd with the tray trims the lead to 12-11 in favor of Bama State. Jacoby Ross, boss, floater, drop. Bama State's Fausto Pichardo. He's tall, and that looks too easy. Bulldogs trailing by 8, one bucket away from going down double digits. Then this happens. Rebound, hang, bang, bucket. Jalen Reeder for A&M. Run back up court, wave at your girlfriend. Oh snap, turnover. Back in transition, quick assist, three-pointer. It's now a three-point game. Life comes at you fast. Hornets don't sweat it though, just feed the post. 6-8, okay. Skip pass. Corner tray by Ross. Back to an 11-point advantage for Alabama State. Second half, the OG, Reginald G, misses the layup. But there's an Apple turnover at half court, and G skies up for the catch. Comes back down, powers it up for 2 of his game-high 19 points. Leon Daniels, right place, right time. Alley-oop layup, and then the two-handed flush. ASU wasn't challenged in the second half. They win it 72-54.
It's one game. It was a conference game, and it's our next game, and our goal is to try to win as many as we can. But, the added touch is, it's the in-state rivalry, Alabama A&M, and, the records doesn't mean anything when we play this type of ball game. It's just a tough, grueling ball game, and our guys really came out focusing with the intensity that we needed to try to get in and compete, and we was able to get some plays and build a lead there at halftime.
I obviously want to win a SWAC championship, but we got to take it one game at a time. This team has the ability to do so, and I'm just trying to lead these guys the best way I know how. And that's it.
All right, let's go down to H-Town. Dominique Monday breaks down Grambling and Texas Southern.
Texas Southern wasted no time getting on the scoreboard with a pass from Nia Mitchell to her teammate Isis Lane for the easy 2. And on the next possession, Nia Mitchell keeps it herself this time, driving to the basket hard and laying it in. And Texas Southern continues their fast start as they find Markia Turner open for a wide open 3, bringing the score 7-2. And the game was far from over as Grambling gets their offense going here on a drive by Jasmine Boyd, who has it blocked by Catherine Okwalagwe, and the ball is eventually picked up by Madison Conley Banks for 2. And Grambling continues to pour it on as Jasmine Boyd makes a nice move for an easy layup, bringing the score 30-21. And Texas Southern looks to get back in it with some tough defense here as they look to trap Grambling's Malaysia Yancey. But it wasn't enough as Grambling defeats Texas Southern 75-67 and they improve to 4-1 in the SWAC. And Grambling gets the game started with a vicious block by Axel Empoyo. A few possessions later, Devokio Butler dribbles around an opponent and avoids Ivy Smith Jr. for an easy layup. And Grambling's Ivy Smith Jr. comes up short on the three-pointer, but his teammate Dallas Polk Hilliard is there to clean it up. And we pick it up later in the first half where John Jones passes to his teammate Eden Ewing, who makes a nice spin move and goes up for a deuce. And on the next possession, TSU finds John Jones open on the perimeter for a nice three-point shot. And Grambling's defense comes up big here as they force Kevin McClellan into throwing up an air ball. And later in the second half, Dallas Polk Hilliard goes to work down low with a nice hook shot. And on the next possession, Jalen Patterson finds teammate Devokio Butler in the corner, who uses some nice footwork to keep the defender off balance and goes up for a nice three. And his teammates were definitely feeling. And in the closing seconds with the score 75-77, Ivy Smith Jr. drives the length of the court, goes inside and gets a tough layup to go and sends it to overtime. And in the closing seconds of overtime, Devokio Butler inbounds it to John Jones, who gets it past half court and calls a timeout. And on the next play, with only enough time for a catch and shoot, Devokio Butler inbounds it to John Jones and is blocked by, you guessed it, Mr. Clutch himself, Ivy Smith Jr. The Tigers go on to beat Texas Southern 87-86.
And now, the rest of the scores from the SWAC. Let's start with the SWAC women. UAPB falls to Southern. Prairie View A&M over Jackson State. Grambling gets the win over Texas Southern. Alcorn State beats Mississippi Valley State. It's a big rivalry. Alabama State gets the dub over Alabama A&M. All right, let's check out the fellows. Grambling, a close win over Texas Southern. Man, the SWAC men's title up for grabs this year, it looks like early on. Alcorn State over Valley. UAPB, hey, they lose to Southern. Some more shakeups in the SWAC. Prairie View over Jackson State, and the game that we told you about earlier, Alabama State over Alabama A&M.
We have SIAC action tonight at Morehouse in Clark, Atlanta, but first, let's take a look back at the scores from Saturday night.
Morehouse with a close win over Fort Valley State. Lane over Miles. Bit of an upset there. Clark Atlanta, their streak is snapped. They fall to Albany State. Lemoyne Owen gets by Tuskegee. Payne over Benedict, and Central State over Spring Hill. SIAC women, Lane with the sweep of Miles, and Clark Atlanta, oh man, they hit a big shot with just a few seconds left. They get the win over Albany State. Lemoyne Owen just barely gets by Tuskegee. Benedict is hard to be queen of the hill, but they are holding on. They get a 1-point win over Payne, and Central State over Spring Hill.
Well, thank you everyone for hanging out with us today on the Fast Break, and happy MLK Day to you once again. We'll do it again next week for the entire crew. I'm Tarik Cohen. This has been the Fast Break. My voice is going away here on HBCU Game Day. Have a great week, everyone.